all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want. Yeah, call us dangerous, ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much, actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog, I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want. Yeah, I pissed so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black. Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want.
The good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Uses the stiff arm. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Alert! Check!
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey. We got three. Alert. 26, check 26. Shoot.
They go with Chubb on second down, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Man. 6-6, bullet high. Hey, Orbit. Yo, faster. 50, Mike's 50. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Shoot.
Throwing on first down. Posey. Throwing right, and that's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
18 Gator. You draw corporate.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second down 6 at the 41-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check. Rock it. Switch. Get it.
This is Poole. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Let's go now. 50, plant. Get in the way. Hey, Alpha. Ready?
Off the play fake. Posey. And Adams has it. Complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And a Packer first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 31-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. on second down, a run with Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Score. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Polk. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. Hey, give them credit. That's a good, solid game there on the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
13 yards, first down, Packers.
10-2 start. Hard.
Here's Breida. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. You got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Ready. Hey, we got Mike 50, yo. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Get it.
On first down, here's Breida. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey, Wahoo! Mike, check 33. Let's go, D. Tighten up. X3, 218, chop it. Hey, lock it. Ready?
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Bravo! Hey, Sam off!
To throw on third down. Posey. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 21.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13.
Hey, Delta.
From the gun, Posey. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, Jason Garrett sends in his field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustmts.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Hey, that's Scout. Hey, Scout. Mike 51. Mike 18. Hey, me and you all day. Red, up. I'm coming after you.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Jenkins. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
It past the 30, almost to the 25. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Ready? 50 seconds to Mike. All day, baby, all day.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Hey, let's go. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Tight dog. Blue.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. A pitch back. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Let's go. Let's go.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that could alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard.
Alert. Hey, Zoo. Check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Rabbit. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Now Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a third and long.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. You better bring it. Alert. You better bring it. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Hey,
On third down, Trubisky. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Trubisky will come up here first and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Hey, Charlie. Alert.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Going deep downfield for Ross. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
You can't block me.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check safety. Switch. Squeeze. Crunch.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to... There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. Matt Breida becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
57's Mike. Mike.
Hey, Echo. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. 57's a Mike. 57's a Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Go! 180! Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Motion.
Hey, ball. Mike 51. I got it. Showing it. Hey, seam 6.
Now a whistle and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
180! 51 for Mike. No gain on this defense. No gain. Motion. Hey, alert. Mike 50. Hey, exit. Watch the out.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Come on.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 50 yards.
6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Chubb. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And these 2 teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Trubisky will throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Got some real estate inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago! Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Next to score, Bears 24, Packers 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 1st and 10, Posey looking deep for Adams. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
On the set. 80 weapon. Hey, box truck. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Operating from the gun. Posey. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
This is Breida. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check 3. Leo. 2.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Stop short of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bears' 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Check it back.
They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Hunter Henry, his second touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's home.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Touchdown, Chicago! John Ross with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
At the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Breida. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Packers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Posey. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Next to score, Bears 38, Packers 24.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And again, it's Chubb. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Go, go, go. Blue.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. On the ground, it's Chubb. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Breida. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Breida.
Here comes the ball. I see you, boy. I see you.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
He's not going to get me. Back.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a give to Breida. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bears, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Packers, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.